is Bob Barker, and you're listening to Animal House Radio with Aaron and Dr. Mike.
Wow, we've got people have gone hysteric in the back over here in our production room. They are excited because we have one of the guys I love watching on television.
Okay, and I'm a huge fan of Paranormal State on A&E, and this man, I believe, is a miracle worker. He's amazing. When I watch him, my arm, my hair on my hand shakes up. As George Norrie said earlier on in the program, there is no one better than Chip Coffey, and I got to welcome him to the program. Chip, thank you very much for joining Animal House Radio.
Hey, Aaron Thomas, how are you?
How are you, my friend?
I am doing well. I'm actually honored to be on your show, sir.
Well, I'm honored to have you on the program, and it has been fascinating. I've been following your career for quite a while now, even before the Paranormal State. But when I first saw you on Paranormal State, I got to tell you, every time you walk into one of those houses, every time you see things, every time that this happens, I just sit there and I press pause on my my PVR, my DVR, as you'd say, and I sit there and I say, okay, what is Chip going to say? And it is remarkable, and you send shivers down my spine. I got to tell you, it is absolutely amazing what you do.
I wish I could explain it.
Well, we got a lot of time, so I want to know. Just in a sense, having these great abilities that you have, obviously in terms of animals, and when I spoke to your lovely assistant before, Greta, we've been talking for a while now, and she tells me that it's not just you finding an animal, there's always a story behind the animal. Now, do you think that this is something to do with the fact that, you kind of have these relations and you can kind of, feel things or see things in a different perspective, and maybe the animal can relate to that somehow?
You know what I honestly believe, and not to get too preachy here with you, Aaron, I believe God knows we need each other.
Sure. So tell me about your animals. Tell me about this, because I heard you have 4 rescue dogs.
And a rescue cat.
And a rescue cat.
First story about Caitlin, who is lying here, and when she hears me say her name, she'll wag her tail. But Caitlin is a Kishu. She's an Asian hunting dog.
An Asian?
And you've got to rewind probably 5 years ago to a small town named Buford in Georgia, in the state of Georgia. And this dog comes walking down the street, and she's all white, and she's got little teeny ears, little teeny brown ears, and she looks very Asian-looking, actually.
Really?
And she's got a squiggly tail like a chow and a purple tongue like a chow. So it's evidently the Kishu's evidently in the chow family. She is covered in Georgia red mud. She is covered in motor oil. Every rib is sticking out, and the first time I see this precious baby, she is licking up water that is leaking out of a rusted air conditioning unit.
Oh, brother.
And I call her down, and we find some food in one of the shops, some dry dog food, and we feed her, and we give her a fresh bowl of water. And I'm working in one of the shops there, and when I come out that night, Greta, that you talked with, my publicist, has put this dog in the back seat of my car.
Gotta love Greta then.
Yeah, good for Greta.
So Miss Caitlin came home with me, and we immediately, my cousin who is my housemate, Kenny, and I gave the dog a bath. I almost said gave Greta a bath. God, that would be an image. But we gave Caitlin a bath. Sorry, Greta, didn't mean to say that about you, dear. But gave Caitlin a bath, and she's been with me ever since. She is definitely the alpha dog in the house, and she helped me. I had a dog that I had to unfortunately put down, named Bo Michael. Every good Southern dog has a middle name.
All right.
But she helped me during Bo's last years. She was like his nurse, his angel.
Oh, amazing.
So that was something that Caitlin did. Moving on to dog number 2, Molly. Molly is a purebred chocolate lab.
Ooh.
I saw her on the internet.
Beautiful breed.
She is my loyal and faithful. She is my baby, my heart, my soul. She came to me, and I almost died when I got her, because here's something I'll kick in and interject. Guess what my hugest allergy is?
Dogs?
Yeah. My hugest allergy is to dogs.
And you got 4 of them, wow.
Yeah, go figure. So Molly, I saw her on the internet. The story said that she was rescued from a place in North Georgia, living in an outdoor pen, unprotected against the elements, starved, and up to her elbows in her own waist.
Oh, goodness.
I went and got her. She lives with me.
Oh.
Dog number 3, Poquito. But since she's Southern, we call her Skeeter.
Skeeter.
Yeah. Go figure that one also. She was running in the middle of the road with another dog one day. I threw open all four doors of my car, got out and screamed at all traffic to stop, yelled at her, "Where are you going?" She turned around and looked at me and like, "Who are you?" I said, "Get your butt over here." She ran and climbed into my lap. The rest is history. Skeeter is my little, she thinks she's a Doberman even though she's 13 pounds.
Oh.
And she runs with the pack like the rest of them. She doesn't consider herself any smaller. And the last is the sad story. It's Gracie. Gracie is my baby, and she is the newest of the clan. 3 hours before she was going to die on a Friday afternoon, her picture came across a MySpace bulletin, and I started to cry. My heart was breaking, but why this dog of all other dogs?
Yeah.
And I made it my point to try to get her rescued. The long story short is that an animal rescue organization at the last minute kept the needle out of her leg.
Oh, wow.
And all weekend, people were calling me from rescue organizations. She's going to go live in Chicago. Nope, that fell through. She's going to go live in Indiana. Nope, that fell through. So finally on Sunday, I said, let's stop the crap. I'm going to go get the dog. Where is she? So I drove 100 miles each direction to get her.
Wow.
And when I got there and they brought her out to me, she was across the room, and I sat myself down on the floor. And when she saw me and I saw her, I said, "Come see me, baby. Come here." She ran. I'm going to cry here. She ran across the room and put her paws on my shoulders and started to kiss me. And the old man that was running the kennel said, in his inimitable Southern accent, "Why, Chip, she acts like she knows you already." And indeed, Aaron and Adriana, I really believe that she did. I believe that she knew I'd saved her life.
And you know what? And this is where we come back to the whole idea of an animal having that sense of just being more than an animal. And I've got to be guilty of something. When I was younger and I didn't have a dog, I always said, "Well, dogs have no feelings; they're just dogs." That was my attitude until I had an animal, until I had a dog, and I can empathize with you in every single situation, especially with there one goes right now.
That's Molly.
But do you think that there was a connection, even your plan to meet and your plan to save her life?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There is no doubt about it. My spirit guides told me that Grace was coming to me for a reason, that there was a reason why she was coming into this house. I needed another dog like a pig needs a whistle.
That's
I didn't
amazing.
need another dog. I had 3 already, which was too many.
Yeah.
But each one of these dogs came here with a purpose, and each one of them, I will tell you this, honestly, I love each one of them equally, but in different ways.
Of course.
And when they come, and all 4 of them are in bed with me at night, it is the closest thing to being in heaven that I could imagine.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing.
They not only touch my heart, they touch my soul. And I am a huge proponent of animal rescue. Everyone who's listening to your show, go adopt an animal. If you can afford it, you've got the time and the love and the space to devote to, in my country, because I know you're in Canada, I don't know what things are like there, but in the United States, 2 million dogs, we're not counting cats, 2 million dogs per year are euthanized in animal shelters in our country here in the U.S.
Yeah, and it's almost, in total in Canada, it's almost 1 million per year. And it's a growing epidemic, and congratulations to you for taking in these 4 rescue dogs. I mean, that is amazing that you would take 4. And to top that off with your cat. Now, from what I was told, your cat has a special story to it. It's not just your ordinary cat that you found. There's actually a history in this cat that you tried.
Natasha is the cat's name. She is a Russian blue, and let me preface this, not a perfect Russian blue, because a perfect Russian blue is entirely gray with no white, and she has one little paint splatter under her chin. So she's not a perfect Russian blue, but I got Natasha on my mother's birthday, my late mother's birthday, in the year 2000, so she's probably 8 or 9 years old now. But she is tattooed. I just looked over. She's lying on the back of the recliner over here, very, very imperiously lying over there like I'm the queen of the hill.